When you can you make me a
All
co-host, sir?
Yes, I can. And Deanna's out there driving. Oh, I need to let. I was wondering where everybody was at.
Okay, yeah. Or she would text me and say, "Hey, okay, I'm waiting to get in." I said, "Okay."
Yeah, my bad.
There they
Tell
go.
all of my,
Hey, y'all.
tell all of my messed up. I messed up. I didn't know that I was the host yet.
Yes.
Grace did her job.
Yes.
I
Soon
didn't
as you
do
come
my
on.
job.
Soon as you come on, you are the host, sir. I make you the
Come
host.
on, gotcha. Understood. Understood. I understand. Yeah. I was saying to myself, they all done went on family vacation. That's where they at today. No, y'all was in the waiting room. That's where y'all was at. Because Antonio's not administrative. That's how it works.
I was wondering what was happening. I was like, hold on.
See, the problem is when I'm in charge of administration, there will all.
Oh, sir, is your VPN on? He froze. He'll be back. His VPN may be on. You know, he likes to keep that on at all times. I'm not mad at him. Okay. You don't want nobody. You don't need to know where we are. You don't need to know where he is. Okay.
All right.
There we go.
I cut off my VPN.
Okay. There you go.
My problem is I was in Russia just now. That's why. I kid you not. I was in and went to Netflix last night. It was like this movie is not available in your area. Because I was in Canada last night. I got I multi-hop every 5 minutes to a new place. Can't catch me.
You gotta love that.
Yes, you can't catch me, can't track me, and now I'm exposed. So all my spy stuff is about to come. Anyway, what they not telling you about this recession again? I was having a great conversation with Tempest last night. This is going to be the most advanced class so far. You're going to want to take notes. If you are Adonia, you don't need to do anything because everything comes easily and frequently to you without effort. You've been blessed your whole life. Even your struggles were laced in gold. That's not true. That girl struggled. I am lying. She had dark days. I'm just lying. Look at her. She say not true. Don't get to become a good person without dark days. You understand? That's just the way it works. A couple announcements real quick. I want you to I got all your emails. I'm deliberating right now, and you'll have that by sometime today or tomorrow of whom shall I pick? There you go. Grace got it. Whom shall I fear? The Lord of hope.
So did Jerome. Jerome got it too. He laughed at the same time.
Yes. You know, it just feel like how King James your King James is, y'all. How King James your King James is. Tonight is the start of the leadership class. Have your cameras on, and there's going to be a few more people coming, Grace. We got some folks from Chicago going to trickle in the next 4 weeks. Okay. And if you can't have your camera on, give me a message and let me know. Do not use that as an excuse not to show up, but also do not hide, because you're going to hear a lot in the class. Check your integrity. You're going to hear a lot. It's the only time I say it. It's the only time I say check your integrity. Check your integrity. Check your integrity. It's the only time I say it. Yes, ma'am.
Also, for those who are participating in the leadership class, you received an email from me last night. Check your email. I'll also be sending you the text message. It's about natal charts and the information, the call information for tonight and for the.
Yes, the leadership class is loaded with goodies and gifties. That's the second one. Doesn't make sense, but goodies. It's loaded with goodies, and there's more to come. And you're going to get a free natal chart reading, a dissection of your life. You're going to love it. It's extremely crazy accurate. There's some information we need. We need your social security number, your blood type, and your physical address with zip. No, we don't. We don't need any of the stuff. We don't need any of that stuff. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. That's it. Just kidding. We don't need that stuff at all. And it's free. You know, you get, I mean, some places you get it free, some places they charge it, but it's free. Don't worry about it. So that starts tonight. Also, big investments. I want you all to pick up your money. Well, I don't want to. The few of you who will pick up your money, your big investments will come through me. I have mine. This is the last announcement. Let me make sure. Grace, besides birthdays, did you have anything else to say?
That's it.
Okay,
Hey, Tempest.
good. Good. Oh, yes, yes. As a matter of fact, I was going to talk about her today as well. She is doing awesome. That's for sure. She just got a contract with the United States government and Donald Trump. No, I'm joking. All that's a lie. It's all a lie. Just kidding. I know y'all's ready to clap, though. I know y'all's ready to clap. I can't tell y'all what she's doing because it's all private. She's on NDAs, top secret security clearances, and all sorts of stuff. But just know she done got promoted again. So there you go. She is something else. And I don't bother her now because she might hack you. You know, I don't know. She's able now. She is able. I got off the phone her this morning, and this morning I told her, Lord,
wow, you be saying stuff out loud that's unnecessary.
Is it unnecessary? What, aren't I unnecessary? Because I do a lot of
yes, you are
stuff.
very unnecessary.
I just wanted to make sure I was still me. Just want to make sure I was still me. Yes. In all seriousness, I told her this morning, right before the call, maybe 15 minutes before the call. I told her, I said, good morning, cybersecurity expert extraordinaire. And then I told her, I said, you know, you represent your whole gender and your whole race. I said, it shouldn't be that way. It should just be you doing your thing. But you're a woman in tech, and then you're a Black woman in tech. And now you're a leading Black woman in tech and a leading woman in tech. And then I ended it by saying they Google you just to learn how to get in the industry. So can y'all clap for Tempest, please? That's awesome.
Woo!
That is awesome. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Tempest.
Yeah,
Love you, girl.
that is awesome. That is awesome. Tempest, will you give us a 3-second speech? Because we know you ain't going to talk long. You
No,
can take
and I
3
actually
minutes.
like to leave. So hi y'all. Thank you so much for his love. And I appreciate each and every one of you.
And she's got an 8:15 meeting she got to go to. That's what happens when you the boss. That's what happens with you the boss.
And
No,
not the boss.
You didn't? Okay, you're not the boss? Okay. Okay. Well, she's boss-like. She's boss-like. Good. Queen Chi did not receive the email. Queen Chi did not receive the email, Grace, so make sure she gets it. Make sure she gets it. There you go. You all will get a text too, and you're going to get it early because we need this information early as well. Lastly, well, I'm sorry, let me do these birthdays real quick. I was told that, well, Grace, you said, there you go. Okay, I see them now. Go ahead.
All right, today we have 2 birthdays. One is on, one is not on, because she's working and doing big things because she's making big boss moves too. But today is Miss Renee's birthday. Woo! And also our other church mother, Sister Booker. Today is her birthday too.
Happy birthday to Sister Booker. We love you.
Happy birthday, Renee.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Make sure we say, put it in Discord, both of them in Discord as well, Grace. Jerome, I got the information from Tempest, and we'll be switching those servers and stuff over. Got them. Yeah. Got all that technical stuff. I hate doing it, but it's the technical stuff. I hate following step-by-step instructions. I suck at it. Like if you want me to put together the dresser you just bought, it'll be up in 5 days. Because I don't understand it. And it ain't gonna last long either. You may have a year life on it. Because by the time you put a coffee cup on it, it's gonna break. But I get it together though. I'll get it together. That's why I always buy assembly. Y'all do that. As far as with me, I want to prepare you for what is to come. Is this okay? Is this okay? Prepare. So this is what it looks like. I'm now teaching. This is what it looks like. It looks like hey, if you have small investments, that's a bad term. If you have entry level investments, it's far better than Dr. Ken Johnson is my business partner to aid you into growing compound interest to the big ones. Is that clear so far? Outstanding. Outstanding. I'm glad it's clear.
Excuse me, how small of an investment are you talking?
$1,000.
Okay, thank you.
Which is very doable. Very doable. Very doable. $1,000. $1,000 up to $50,000, but that's what we're calling small. 1,000 up to 50,000. 1 in 2,000 is a different type of deal. Anything after that, it's a different type of deal. 1 in 2,000, we've explained, you get 60% return on interest on return on investment on that. Anything after, we'll talk because it's bigger and bigger investments, but we won't. You know, it's not a case by case basis. It's just we don't want to. Otis knows a lot more than younger Otis, so it's easier to talk about big money with Otis. This Otis, do you get it? 19-year-old Otis, I would have said, but Otis just 2,000. You know what I'm saying? Like there's levels to this. There's levels to this. There's levels to this. And we blah blah blah. Big investment are me and my buddy Sir Brad Blazer. Yeah, I've heard of him, right? Friend of mine, good friend of mine. He's awesome. He's awesome. So what we have here is I have my lawyers drafting contracts up right now. You can't invest with me without big money. There's no non-accredited investors with me, with the exception of the one deal that we would do together September 30th-ish. It's the only deal that you can invest with me. It's the only one I would ever do because me and Monica are looking at downtown high rises right now, and we don't have time for the other stuff. The minimum investment that I'm trying to remember what I said.
Please read Adonia's message in the chat because it makes me laugh every time she says it.
Okay, got you. Minimum. I don't want to say what the minimum investment right now is. Just know that I am going the investments with me. Everybody got it? Make sure they got it, Grace. Make sure it's just too big. It's too big. Make sure they got it. Make sure they heard what I said.
Repeat yourself again, sir.
With me. Investments with me. Is this clear? Me. Yes. Okay, outstanding. Investments with me is 25 units up to 1,250 units. I'll pause for dramatic effect so y'all can catch that. If I ain't got nobody else's attention, I know I got Monica's.
You got mine too. Say those numbers again.
25 units to 1,250 units.
Got it.
Pretty much thinking about $20,000 a door. So Grace was 20,000 times 25.
No.
Give me the low range and give me the high range. No, show your calculator on the screen.
Okay.
I hope y'all taking notes. I'm trying to expose you. If I stretch your brain, it can't be unstretched.
Okay.
Right. I'm trying to show you that the world is bigger than your bank account.
20,000 times 25, 500,000.
So the least we would buy is what, Grace?
25. Oh no, you said 250. No, you said 25. Yeah.
Okay. Now 1,250 times 20,000 a door.
That's less. 50 excuse me, I had a cough there. 25 million. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Grace. I appreciate you. You can put it down. That's me. Is everybody listening? I'm doing $500,000 to $25 million deals. I can handle that. If you want bigger deals until next year or something, then you go to my buddy, Sir Brad Blazer, and you can jump in on $250 million apartment complexes. That's not my level at this moment, not in real estate. But you do what you do, and self-awareness is a superpower. You need to know what you're capable of. I am capable of putting together a $25 million deal by myself. Everybody got it? After I get about 36 more doors, that will change. That would go 0 to the right. 36 doors is going to be 25 million in net worth alone. So after 36 more doors will be 250 million. So I need about 36 to 46, 50 doors in high quality areas already cash flowing to feel comfortable doing $250 million deals. Is it the same amount of money? No. Is it the same amount of energy? Yes. I don't do $1,000 deals. Y'all get on my nerves checking on it every day. So thank God for Ken and his ministry. You get it? I don't, because I have bigger dreams and goals. And what did Donya say now? Let me look at it. What's she say? Besides love you, Tempest. Okay. I told her you're so like my daddy. Yeah, buddy. I would sit right here to count every day. That was his morning meditation. Baby, get that bean can with my $10 million in it. Come on, get that and sit there and count that. Yep, it's a good day the Lord has made. Look at this 10 million. I'm a chip off the old block. So that's it. What they're not telling you about with the recession. I was talking to Tempest. Me and Tempest were talking because Tempest is making huge money now on her own, as well as Monica. And
oh, did he freeze? D?
Yeah, that's what it looks
Yeah,
like.
he so froze.
I know he said he turned the VPN off. He was in Russia. There he is.
I had to it reconnected. There you go. Okay. Hold on, let me just close this whole joint. Give me a second.
Okay. Why are you doing that? Adonia said her dad wouldn't put nothing together. He just counted his money.
You understand. That's what's supposed to happen. That's the way. That's how God has made it. Just count your money. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. I don't know. Get off of here, VPN. Stop. Get close. Close now. Hold on, y'all. Can y'all hear me at least? Force quit.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
All right, hold on. I force quit it. You should start being seeing me again, if I'm not mistaken. It's reconnecting. Reconnect. There you go. Internet. See me now. Abracadabra. Can y'all hear me? No.
Yes, we can see.
We can hear you and see you.
Yes.
I can't see. Okay. All right. Now, Grace, move your head from side to side. Let me make sure I can see you. All right, it's gonna come. But y'all can at least see me moving? Can y'all see me moving?
Yes.
We can see you, sir.
Okay. All right, good. I'm gonna call in anyway, though. Can you see me? Can you see me now? You can't see me. What's that from? See, I don't know. Y'all ain't gangster enough. Don't worry about it. That's Tupac, by the way. Shame on y'all. All y'all do is listen to Marvin Sapp. Yes. All y'all do is listen to Marvin Sapp. We need y'all to get on some Tupac Shakur too.
Enter your meeting ID followed by pound.
Always good to be live. Okay. And then
Enter your participant ID.
What was the name of that Tupac song?
You Can't See Me.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I heard that.
Mhm. Oh, you
There
tripping.
are more than
Shame
20.
on you.
Now you may have played it around here in the office. I just didn't know.
One of my favorite songs, Gangster. You can hear me good in the audio. Well, I sound like I'm on the phone, but y'all can hear me, right?
Yes.
All right, so now I ain't got to worry about it. If the video go out, I'll still be on the internet. I don't know what's going on. Probably. Maybe if I restart my computer every now and then, it'll act right. That's probably got something to do with it, too.
That's what I learned.
Probably got something to do with it. Yes, that's probably got something to do with it, too.
His
As a matter of
network
fact-
bandwidth is low.
Yeah, that's what's showing on my screen. Your network bandwidth is low.
Well, it needs to change. You know, the schoolers, all this money I'm paying for this internet. I pay $150 a month for the best, top of the line. Stupid Comcast, or whatever you call it. We were having a good conversation. We were talking about the recession. Here's how the recession goes. So Grace, you're gonna have to share your screen, I guess, because I don't think Bob's gonna share it. Don't think Bob's gonna share. Let's find out. We're gonna find out now. Since my network bandwidth is low. In 2018, no, that's not right. 2020, we did a conference together, me and some famous friends. Brad Blazer. Can you see it there on the screen?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
I understand. Grace, you probably want to stay unmuted so I can, I'm gonna keep checking.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep checking. You ain't got no kids in the background that's talking
No.
about, can I see your phone? You got games on your phone?
No, none of that.
You got none of that going on? What kind of games you got on your phone? Well, okay, cool. All right, then. So you see Brad Lee, which is the CEO of one of the most popular online, what the hell is Brad Lee's thing? Lightspeed, and then a couple of bankers, Matthew Knowles, a billionaire coach with a private jet, and then super famous doctor, all sorts of stuff. And the date was March 20th, 2020. 2 years ago, Grace, I told all y'all about the recession and what it looks like. Today, I'm going to repeat that. This is the first time I can think of in a long time that I've repeated a keynote, but won't be repeating the keynote. We're going to go through it line by line, Jerome. Line by line is what we're going to do. Because if I tell you that I was right, my ego couldn't be right enough. If I tell you I was right, it just couldn't be right enough. But what we want to do is we're going to go line by line. And before we do that, listen to me. Bad times are coming. I said this 2 years ago, and everybody was like, whatever, Antonia. Yeah, now you got $6 gas prices.
So we should blame you for that prices. I get you.
You should. We don't talk about Bruno. No, right? That's what I said. I'm Bruno. We don't talk about me. Y'all gotta have kids to understand that. That's in Canto. You gotta have kids to understand it. If you do, you've seen in Canto 48 times. 48 times. Yeah, I'm singing it.
Dion
right
is singing.
You got $6 gas prices now. On top of that, remember, in February, when the pandemic hit America, I was already watching in November in Wuhan because I'm subscribed to Chinese newspaper because I want business in China. And I told y'all February 2020 that the president of, Google it for me, Grace, president of Federal Reserve says prepare for 18 months of trouble. Just Google it. It's like a Yahoo Finance article. It's gonna be 2 years old. I shared the screen, I showed it to y'all, and I said, this man, in fact, this is what I said. I said, I'm pretend all y'all black. That's what I said. I pretend all y'all black sell on say. And then I said, the white man who control the money, I said, okay, we can go back now. It's my exact words. Said 18 months. So I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't believe him. I believe it's 36 months, 2 years. Jerome remembers it. Well, that's it. So you go ahead and double that. You're gonna Google president of Federal Reserve says prepare for 18 months. I want them to see it, Grace. I want them to see it. We can't see it typing. Oh, I can't see it typing.
I can't see my typing either. I don't know what's going on. So I don't know why is that. Okay. Here we go.
You know what?
There we go.
There we go. All right. You messing up more than my
I
low
remember
bandwidth
what you
I got
said,
going over here.
Antonio.
Then you remember. So
24
you
months.
remember. That's what
You
I
said.
said.
24 months.
I said, y'all need to go ahead right there. See, Feds Kushner, U.S. may face 18 months of rolling. It's out there. Look, April 2020. I said February, so April 2020. I told you this. I told you. And it's 18 months. We still in the pandemic. Let me tell you something. And it wouldn't even, okay, you stop it. And it wasn't even that guy. It was another guy. It wasn't even that guy. It was another guy. Told you was going to get bad. Feel bad. My friends, this is not my victory march. This is, I see worse coming. We need to talk. I believe through data, from understanding the money, economy, and finances, 3 totally different things, human behavior, the history of the world, the history of capitalism, and the Feds hiking their interest rates up 3/4. It's going to make me very wealthy and you very poor. I am so glad. Monica is so glad that the interest rates went up. We've been praying for it since Barack Obama raised them down in 2000. Well, you can't raise it now. Lowered them down in 2008. It's the truth. Monica, am I lying? It's the truth. Investors can't make no money with low. Investors can't make no money with low rates. It's just going to make us richer. It's going to make you poor. So I need to expose that so I can take you with us. Fair enough? Yeah. Allow me an uncomfortable pause so I can drink my coffee.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go.
Disgusting, just like it should be. Outstanding. I just drink black coffee, so it's disgusting always. Alrighty. Antonio, what else? Well, Otis, you're your age. Jerome, if you're your age. Phil, Susan, if you're your age, this is the time to be as selfish as hell. Donya, what should you do? Well, first thing you should do is get money out your house. Get out your house. Get money out your house. Because equity frozen in your house serves no purpose. Get money off your credit card because money on credit card serves no purpose. And get that money moving to near guaranteed returns on investment. I don't care if you max out your credit card at $25,000. If you max out your credit card at $25,000, but you're getting $4,000 back a month, $3,000 back a month, the getting back can pay off the credit card. And now you create yourself a lifetime stream, or for the lifetime of that investment, $4,000 a month. Here's the hardest thing I'm gonna have to say today. All you folk out there, actually, this is more of a Black and Hispanic thing. More of a Black and Hispanic thing. It's everybody, but it's most certainly more of a Black and Hispanic thing. Because Black and Hispanics, or people who are non-white, work really hard on their credit because it's the only thing they own. I'll wait. Did I front? And if you black, you own 3 things as far as I'm concerned. You own 3 things. 1, your worship. Why y'all worship is so crazy and so amazing. Shit. Nobody can worship like the black church. It's impossible. 2, you own your worship, also own your credit. The 3rd thing you own, the fact that you're going to die one day. That's it. You don't own nothing else. I own my house. No, the hell you don't. The bank does. Pay that off. The city does. We do this all day. I'm pretty good at this. We can do this all day. So when you are a woman, marginalized people group, anything but a white man, credit is a really big deal to you. You work really hard to protect it. I need somebody out here to just confirm what I'm saying. Don't lie to me now. If you got good credit.
No, you're right. Ignorance is bliss. I used to be really proud of my 770 something credit score. Real proud.
Oh,
what do I have to show for today? Not a damn thing.
Exactly. Credit means nothing if you're not turning it into money and moving it. Y'all problem is, and this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt because you know it's the truth. Your problem is you're scared to go from a 730 to a 680 for 6 damn months. You know it's going to turn back up to a 730, but you got these invisible conversations in your head about walking around with a 680 credit score and looking like a poor person, as if somebody can see that. Turn your credit into cash, and then turn your cash into cash flow. It's true. I do it all the time. I just applied for, I got a call. I have to call some. Janice, we're going to call today. I just applied for something. Me and Ken was doing a deal. This is not true. They denied me with a 715. 715 credit score, they denied me. It was one of them soft credit checks or whatever it was. Well, actually, it was a hard credit check. They didn't ask, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to call them. And I'm going to email them my bank account statement. You hear me? And they're gonna fix that. Your computer messed up. You know why they denied me? Because I just bought something really big with one of my credit cards, and they said high balance. That don't make no sense. If you knew what was in my bank account, I assure you, you would understand. We're gonna call them and say, hey, I need a human. Send me your email. Look at this. Now run me my money. Why? Because I'm borrowing money when I don't need it. Or they shut everything down. I don't know who's going to tell you this information. I just know I don't give a damn what y'all think. I'm going to give you all the information possible for you to go ahead and achieve your goals. They will deny you with an 800 if they want to. You know how scared banks got to be to deny somebody with a 715? Welcome to the real world. Good thing is you can call and get that all fixed, but here's the deal. The deal is it's going to get worse. Now, if I got denied with a 715, what you think happened to you? So I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to email them the two recent check stubs, show them cash flow. They'll say, we're so sorry, Mr. Smith, blah, blah, blah. They do the same thing and all that talk. And I'm going to play the game. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll be nice but firm. They're going to give me my money, and I'm going to give it to Ken Johnson. That's That's 100%. I'm telling you what's going on. And then I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna do it till they give me like $2 million. You understand? I'm gonna take Adonia out for some boudin balls because she don't know nothing about that. On the West Coast, she don't know nothing about no boudin balls. They got like vegan balls out there or something. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get her in the South. You know, we gotta get her in the South. Texas, Atlanta, Louisiana. You know, we gotta get her some of that real food. Some of that food her mama eating. You have to earn your credit in cash, get it moving. Here's the deal. Somebody's gonna say, he wrong. You right. I am wrong. Keep protecting your 800 credit score and see how they work out for you. What's the point of having an 800 credit score?
Don't do it.
What's the point of having an 800 credit score and no cash? I'll wait. You got 800 credit score and no cash flow. I'll tell you why. Because for you, credit means to buy things. For me, credit means to create cash flow. We are not the same. Don't worry. I did it myself. I'm saying, if you think like a consumer, of course you disagree with me. But if you say, this damn system owe me money, they using me, I'm about to use them. Because if Donald Trump is a billionaire, it also means he got $1 billion worth of debt.
And
somebody else just paid for his debt.
Mm-hmm. That is real.
It's two games out here. Two games out here. The one they play and the one everybody else play. How's your game working out for you? Ask yourself. I know for sure Deanna's dad has millions in his account. That's the truth. Sometimes I want to rob him. I want to sort of go back to my hood days, put my mask on and be like, man, I'm proud of you, man. Run me that. But you know, that's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. Too much negative karma with that. You know, too much negative karma with that. Do you know what I can do with $10,000? Master P took $10,000, started No Limit Records. Give me $3 million. You know what I'm saying? Turn your money into cash flow. Cash is trash. Cash flow is king. Cash flow makes you Beyonce. Beyonce, Coachella. Hey, we want to pay you. Nah, son. Don't pay me, son. Don't pay me. I want stocks. And I'm having Netflix come through. So she turned down the offer to just make one check and turn to a whole Netflix series. Grace, they still not listening. Do me a favor. I want you to Google as I say it. Show your screen. Your screen. Google as I say it.
Hold on here. Let me get it together. Okay, there we go. Hold on.
I'm trying to expose some stuff for y'all. I'm trying to, Grace, you do it if your computer moves faster. I mean, Deanna, you do it if your computer moves. Okay, there she goes. She got it. What's that there? Oh, that's the CRM. You might want to get off of that.
That's my email. Okay, there we go.
That's your email.
Okay, here we go.
North, West, parents. Let's see what they say. Gave her investments.
First one?
Yeah, let me see. We'll click this first link real quick. Yep,
KANYE.
thank you so much. If you could If you could, Grace, if you could scroll down, read that headline for me.
Kanye and Kim Kardashian's daughter, Northwest, makes it on the list of richest kids in America.
How, Sway? How, Sway?
There we go. Oh,
Hold down, Grace. Move that little pop up. Yeah.
There we go.
Let's get some.
Right.
You want to see what's in her investment accounts.
She's only
What
7.
did it say, Grace?
Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's oldest daughter, Northwest, is only 7 years old and is already a kid multi-millionaire.
And she's projected to be a billionaire by 2030.
Wow.
Y'all not playing with me, man. Man.
Wow.
Keep scrolling down. If I ain't got nobody, I got Damali. I know Damali listening to me. Scroll down a little more, Grace.
I am listening.
Northwest is among the richest kids in America, with an 8-figure net worth, son.
Yep.
Y'all not playing with me, man.
Grace, go ahead and send me that link, please.
I don't want to hear nothing about Kanye, Kim not together. Peep this. Look, they doing right by their kids. So you keep your mouth shut. Keep on scrolling down, Grace.
Okay. Now North's cousin, True Thompson, is also listed as one of the richest kids in America.
Yes. All right, you stop the screen, Grace. Stop the screen. I got everybody motivated enough to listen to me now. This is what they did. They bought nothing but stocks. The right stocks. Apple, Amazon, this, that. Y'all hear me? They ain't out here buying clothes. I'm sure they are, but their customers buying clothes. What's my point? My point is, it's getting bad out here for everybody else but rich people. Now, you can get mad at rich people, or you can let me make you rich. That's up to you. Okay. All right. Then. Yes, sir.
I'd like to add something in salary terms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, guys, whether you get a disability check, whether you get pension, whether you get a 401k return, whatever you get, as long as you get it on a regular frequency, it could also be your salary every week, every 2 weeks, as long as you get that deposit. I want you to think of that feeling that you get when that deposit hits. For some, that feeling lasts an hour. For some, it lasts a week. For some, it lasts a day, depending on how their finances are. The feeling of abundance. That feeling where you're like, oh, I have options as soon as that deposit hits, that is the feeling of cash flow. And then when you start getting a feeling of money running out, bills being higher than what you have, or someone asking you money, or something you have to invest in or spend towards, but that feeling of, oh, it might run out, that is the feeling of cash. The salaried class, the dependent class, the welfare class, every person who receives a paycheck in one way or another gets the feeling of cash flow once, twice, 3 or 4 times in a month. And then the rest of the month, they have the feeling of cash, and it doesn't feel good. What Antonio wants is for you to have that feeling of when that deposit hits, every day, every hour, every minute. He wants you to be so completely in cash flow that you have that great feeling 24/7, and it's only possible by making your 24/7 income 100% cash flow. That feeling of cash that I'm talking about, of money running out, trust me, whether you have $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, even millions, if you do not have flow, that feeling of cash is just as horrible. Don't project your expenses of whatever level you're on right now on Warren Buffett or a billionaire and think, hey, if I had billions, I'd be set. No, you would have expenses that would match. You would have the exact same problem, the exact same feeling of, oh, I got to save, I got to spend more than what I have. That horrible feeling, as long as you do not solve for the number one problem that everyone in this game has to solve for, to get more cash flow than one's expenses, not to get more cash than one's expenses, to get more cash flow so you can have that feeling of abundance, that feeling you get when you get your salary every minute of every single day.
Boom. Bombs explode in the background. Fireworks going off from Pakistan to Abu Dhabi to America. The crowd is cheering. Belly dancers are dancing.
Yay!
And new Bollywood movies just came out after that breakdown. There it is. That's how good that was. That's how good that was. Come on, Phil.
Antonio, to help magnify that, what Esther Jerry Hicks tells you is take $100 and always have $100 in your wallet, because then you know you have options. You may see something, oh, I can't afford that. Well, yeah, you can afford that, but I'm choosing not to get it. So that's another way to manifest that feeling. And another thing I found out this morning, I sent Chad the audio version of the Richest Man in Babylon. You know, it's free on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah.
He comes back and says, by the way, that's on the reading list for sergeants in the Army.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that. Good. Army has changed a lot. And that's awesome. That first up, a lot of things are awesome. Father sending son prosperity, right? Son responding, Army adjusting to the times. Incredible. Grace, I want to show you the difference between the games being played out here. Grace, put your Google back up on the Google. Put your Google on the Google.
Okay. Google.
Yes, put your Google on the Google. We're going to do it. I'm going to narrate for audio people. Something amazing happened yesterday. And if anybody should be happy, it should be Phil Sorrentino and I believe Renee. I think she's Phil, Susan, and Renee. I think they fans. You can just right over that one. Did you put that link in the chat though, Grace, so they can get it?
Yes, sir.
Did you put that link? Okay, good. Ohio State trademarks. This just happened yesterday. No, sorry there. Trademark the word the. No, pull it up. This happened yesterday. I'm not joking. Go ahead. 4 hours ago. Boy, they just reported. Come on, pull it up. There's a different game out here being played, y'all.
Wow.
Read it, Grace. No. Read it.
Ohio University wins trademark for the word the. Yes. The Ohio State University. Okay.
Exactly. Thank you so much. You can stop, Grace. You ain't got to read since you did that, you ain't got to read. Do you understand how powerful it is to take the definite article and say, yeah, we own that? I know. Think about that for a second, y'all. The game being played by one of the richest companies in the world, the Ohio State. They just trademarked the word the.
Wow.
Yeah, that's mind blowing. How do you trademark the A
and
M B? Like, how do you do that? That's crazy.
I know how. You ready? Hire good lawyers.
Wow. Hire good lawyer.
Yeah, it's about a good lawyer because the guys who started the reaction trend on YouTube, like the first guys to ever react on stuff, they tried to trademark reaction or guys react, because they wanted to trademark the word react because their cities literally had that word, and it created a big backlash because internet doesn't like to make you king and then you try to monopolize it. But the point is, court didn't award them their word react, and react because it's a common word. How is the more contextually specific and less common than the word react? It's all about not having a good lawyer and having a really good lawyer.
And I wonder how long did it take?
As long as they had money, it took that long.
One of the things I tell people, the most expensive money you ever save is by hiring cheap lawyers and cheap accountants.
And Phil, you really don't have.
And then somebody said, well, any
accurate.
professional, the most expensive money you'll ever save is by hiring cheap professionals.
What's the significance of them trademarking the? That's what I want to know.
First off, you owe them money just for saying it. They can come for you right now. You shouldn't even said it. But no, that's the significance. No, that's the significance. Like, I answered the question with the example.
Yes, JR.
Exactly. So VATSJR, I owe them money.
Antonio, I think they trademarked V. They didn't trademark the.
Yep.
They trademarked V.
The Ohio State. Let's think about this for a second, y'all. The answer to the question is, Jerome, run me my money. If you use it in, this is the best way to think about it. I bet you won't try to go start a t-shirt company with Alpha Phi this or Alpha Kappa this or Omega this. See how much they come for you.
You bet not. You bet not.
You have to have
with the quickness.
Permission. You have to have special permission just to be an embroiderer of that. Like, you can't just stitch any of that on anything. Like, they have to certify you to be one of their certified vendors.
Yep.
I'll tell you something interesting. Warner Brothers came after an orphanage that was using Harry Potter characters. In India, the orphanage is not making money, and it's not even in the US, so it's not killing any market, but they wanted to set an example. They came after them. And by the way,
that's right.
So many kids' dying wish is to have Disney characters on their gravestone, and Disney won't allow it because, it messes with the brand's positivity. Everyone's get a smile all the time, even if it's something as sad as
I'm not to let the cemetery make money off my character. You crazy? They're gonna charge you extra for that. Money go through me. I'm Disney. Send that money to Florida. That's what it is. That's what it is. The same way, Jerome, you can't just walk up in they say, oh, Jerome, you're such a good man. We want you to pray for our White House dinner. Yeah, they're going to make you write that prayer down. It's going to go through 3-4 channels. Then they're going to say, you can do it, but you better read this prayer. You would not get up there and be in the spirit. You would be in the legality of the executive, judicial, and legislative system is what you will be in. If you trap the God we say on that paper.
You can't be in the spirit. You can't be in the spirit.
You can't. You gonna be in the. You get in the spirit if you want to. You gonna be in contempt. Patriot Act. No trial. It's just what it is. I'm trying to show you the game being played. Not just that. I had my lawyers send over some stuff right here. Private placement memorandum. My logo, Antonio T. Smith Jr., LLC. That's a real thing. A Texas limited liability company, a real thing. There's the address, a real thing. And all investments are from $500,000 to $225 million. 25 units to 120. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, and all this technical stuff down here. Preserve. You know, Phil, you know damn well this is written by a lawyer. It ain't nothing about it looked like lawyer font. The company will acquire commercial real estate. You know what this is. Yeah, I know how this. You know how this works.
And it says these securities involve a high degree of risk.
Exactly.
I'm sure it says that someplace in there. Yeah, all a lawyer does. Lawyers are good for two things. Number one, doing research. And number things, putting things in a writing form that can stand up under scrutiny.
Right. Absolutely right. And that's absolutely right. And Phil just said, he said, so let me show you how right Phil was, because they don't waste no time getting to these securities come with high risk. It's right here. So this is what y'all stop seeing. If I just scroll down a little bit, this is what Phil without seeing it, he knew it was in there. He knew it was in there without seeing it. It's in there in all bold, all caps. But I'm showing you this because my name is trademarked. You didn't know that. You had no idea. Antonio T. Smith Jr. is trademarked, and it's also a company. I need you to process that information. I need you to process that information. Say my name. You might owe me money. I don't know how. Real talk. I had to genuinely set somebody down maybe 3 weeks ago. It's about a month ago now. Like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I know him. And I said, look, don't confuse my niceness for weakness. I did. And I let you post your post. I don't owe you nothing, but I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna do blank because I can tell you need it. One. Number two, you might want to read this. And I sent them cease and desist from what my lawyers sent to me. All that bumping your gums on social media, I'm about to own you and your wife. You might want to chill out. You might want to chill out. Look, I need y'all to, I'm just trying to get you to see that there are two different games out here. And do not confuse what you know with what I'm attempting to expose to lift you to. They're not the same. So as of right here, I literally went over the entire keynote. I did a slick way. Because everybody gonna say, I didn't understand it. You now understand it. You completely understand it. It ain't no problem. So now what I do in the remainder of the time is I will now share the entire keynote with you. Now, let me stop real quick. I went over the whole keynote so everybody can get it. Now I want to pull up the script and share the keynote. I'm going to go through it line by line. It ain't going to take long because I want you to see there's a different game out here being played. I also want you to see what I said 2 years ago. And you can just say many things, infinite possibilities things. How smart I am, how right I was, how ahead of my time, whatever, or you can put it on you, which I prefer you to do. Where would you be if you listened to me 2 years ago? Watch. Let's go to it. Here it is right here. I did it. I was all there. Blah, 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 blah. To get all this is just introductory stuff. This is the keynote of how I noticed in 2000. Grace, if you, hold on, let me help you out, Grace. I got you. I'm a biggerize this. I have no idea why Deanna says that. She's a big old kid, but it actually works. It makes a lot of sense. Probably wouldn't say it at Houston Baptist University in the auditorium doing a keynote over the intricacies.
Trademark that word, Deanna, so he can pay you.
Yeah, so he can pay you. Yeah, and then he gets it. He gets it. You know, probably couldn't do that as we talk about the intricacies of first century Jewish expectations in front of scholars and stuff. But for this platform, biggerize make a lot of sense. And if you trademark it, Deanna, I owe you some money if if you don't like the way I used it. I owe you some money.
Let's go ahead and start that process.
There it is. So here we have it right here. Y'all can see this, right?
Yes, sir.
You can see this, Grace? Outstanding. So what I'm going to do now is it's actually bigger now than in my notes, correct?
Yes.
Outstanding. Grace, if you could. Actually, in fact, I'll even do you a favor. I'll even do this too. If you could, if you can read, there you go. If you can read that, I'd appreciate it.
This is a keynote of how I noticed in 2008, I was being leveraged in my poverty to make the top 1% rich. So I did not complain. I got off my butt, learned why the top 1% deserved to leverage my ignorance, and how I followed their footsteps into the top 1%.
Didn't Damali just say, man, keep going. Ignorance is bliss. I was proud of my 730. Ain't that what you said?
Yep.
Deanna, read this part, please.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was a delay on my side.
No worries.
This is also a keynote of how I am explicitly telling everyone of you to get out of the middle class. Profit as much as you can in this pending recession. So when the next market correction has around 2030, you can be on this platform telling people how you realized you were being leveraged in 2020. And you corrected that and did all the leveraging in 2030.
This is very important for you to understand. I did a keynote 2 years ago because as far as I'm concerned, Phil, we was in a recession in 2020. This is the same recession. They is lying. They is pumping money, trying to figure it out, but now they can't do it no more because of rampant and rabid and rapid. Those are three different words. Rampant, rabid, and rapid. Rabid as in rabies. Inflation. Because inflation do feel like we got rabies right now. I mean, we just, everything we touch, it just infect a water bottle or something. Not a water bottle. Yeah, have y'all seen what the price of water costs right now? Go look. Don't worry about it. Let me stop my screen real quick. As real as possible. Jamal, this is why we show up. As real as possible. It's not going to get better, and we would never return to getting better. Listen to me. I said this in another keynote a long time ago, sometime in like 2014. I'm going to tell you right now, and I want you to hear me very well, but you don't have to listen to me. I just want you to hear me very well. Whether you receive or not, it's up to you. But I tell you this. 2008, they changed credit forever. And we never went backwards. The Great Recession changed the world forever, and we never went backwards. And if you think, I'm 75% convinced gas will never go back to the $2 y'all want it to go. Why? Why? Would you give up $90 billion a quarter profit? Because I don't know a person who would. And pay attention to the game, Frida. It's not like these oil companies went on a hiring spree to share the wealth. Y'all not paying attention, but I am.
Can I say, I said that very same thing to my grandchildren. It was a few of them. My grandson Eli, my grandson Destiny, my granddaughter Destiny, and my granddaughter Kaylin, because Kaylin that girl is smart. She be paying plenty attention. But I was telling her about the gas prices, and she was like, oh, it's going to go down. I was like, let me tell you, it's never going to go back down to like it was before, because they smart, they making money. And she was like, really? Yeah, she be paying attention.
No doubt. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. It will go down to strengthen your illusion. Everything is fair, but just enough to get to that illusion. Everything is fair. Because once you take hope from a man, all hope, you can never control him. But when you take most hope from a man and give him just a little, that man can be controlled forever. Go ahead, Phil.
If this was a hotel selling rooms, if this was somebody on the corner selling water, if this was anybody else, they'd be accused of price gouging.
100% facts, and I'm glad you said that. No.
And did you hear what Biden's proposing? He wants to have a sabbatical on the 18-cent federal gas tax. Like 18 cents. Yeah, that's going to make a big difference.
I know, right? I know.
So he wants to have, for 6 months, he wants to put aside the federal gas tax.
This is just two things Phil said in there. There's two hidden things Phil said in there that I never thought about till just now. Let's say that happens. If it happens with bipartisanship, that means both sides working together. All it means. Okay? You better be afraid. Because it means somebody done looked out, somebody like me done said, Senator such and such, Representative such and such, Senate West one, House is one, Senate is another. They all call representatives, but the House is one, Senate is another. About 435 people total, if I remember correctly. And the vice president is the head of all the Congress, but since he or she in this case, is not present in the duties, that's when you have the majority whip and the minority whip. The majority whip would be whoever, I want to say owns the House, has won the House, Democrats or Republicans. Whoever is that, whoever they elect to be over all of that is the majority leader. And then there's a minority leader who doesn't control the House. I wouldn't say own because that's how I view it in my head, but don't worry about me. Just a little political history lesson right there. Nevertheless, Phil has said two things there. If they do this bipartisan, you need to believe they're not helping you out with 18 cents. These are the same people 16 months ago told y'all, the same people that told y'all raising the minimum wage $1 would make y'all too wealthy. That actually happened. Was it Lindsey Graham? This literally happened. Just Google it, YouTube it yourself. They thought y'all was going to go on a spending spree with $1 extra. I kid you not. So if you think they're going to help you, they're not. What they're doing is they're controlling the illusion to keep you paying them taxes. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, all that'll do is that'll just make the new infrastructure bill. They'll take the money they're not getting for this 18 cents. It'll come out of the infrastructure bill they just passed. Bipartisan. But some of the congressmen that voted against it, once it became good, they went to their congregation, they went to their constituents, say, "Look what I did," and you voted against it, and you're out there taking credit for it in the public.
Because they know ain't nobody.
Okay.
But they know ain't nobody but Phil watching. They know ain't nobody but Phil watching. Your government does not want you educated; they want you entertained. As soon as you start getting too educated, we're gonna. As soon as you start getting too educated, we're gonna kill somebody and make it some sort of racial crime. Black against white always works.
Come on now.
As soon as Phil starts telling people about it, his friends and family gonna say crazy for saying that he knows what he's talking about.
Right, absolutely. You know, black and white is tried and true. It always works. It always distracts y'all enough to keep forking over your taxes and money. Everybody should pay taxes. I pay taxes. I don't pay the amount of taxes you pay, but I pay taxes. Everybody should pay taxes. The second thing Phil brought up in there that was hidden in there that I never thought about is we're in hurricane season now. And gas prices always go up in hurricane season. So we don't understand what gas is about to do from June to October. We don't get it. Because gas always, when he said price gouging this, they always price gouge. As soon as there is a disturbance in the Gulf, and if you don't understand something, let me help y'all out. I am 2 minutes away from Texas City, Texas. Grace, put your Google on the Google. Put your Google on the Google. I need y'all to understand this. When I was in the United States military, and September 11th happened, I was in the field. And when, hold on real quick, stop real quick, Grace. I want them to see me. And they pulled me out the field. I was 18 years old. I was an intelligence analyst at the time. And I was 18. Well, it was 2001, so I was 18, 19, somewhere around there. I was still wet behind the ears, Frida. You know, still wet behind the ears trying to get me a 50-year-old. You understand what I'm saying? I was still wet behind the ears. But anyway, nonetheless, I was Winston. They pulled me out the field, and they gave us a briefing. This is declassified now. And you know one of the areas of America we thought they were going to fly a plane into? Texas City, Texas. I kid you not. You've never even heard of Texas City, Texas. Grace, Google real quick how much America's oil comes from Texas City, Texas. This is insane. Deanna, would you tell us where your father worked at, please?
He worked at one of the chemical plants that used to be known as Amoco, BP. They switched hands a few times.
What is BP? No, that's what I want to hear. What is BP, if you don't mind?
British Petroleum.
And what the hell is British Petroleum doing in Texas City, Texas, y'all? You can stop it, Grace. I know the numbers. You ain't got. Well, yeah, that's what I was hoping you did, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I know the numbers. You can just go. Look, Texas City Refinery.
Antonio, I have a question. What's the inflation rate this year? You know, whatever they're calling it, transitionary in USA. What is the inflation rate percentage-wise?
Last month it was 8.25%. I haven't checked.
Okay.
Since last month. Yeah, that's a lot.
Antonio, as someone who's currently right now staying at least for the next 2 months in a country that has an average inflation rate of 10% since the last 20 years, okay, I'll tell you something interesting. Whenever there is a price hike on anything, whether it's under usual or unusual circumstances, prices never go down even a single rupee. Doesn't matter if the currency goes strong. And here's something you're not considering. The inflation rate has never gone down considerably in forever. So if you're experiencing 8%, please believe that it's not this anomaly that will eventually even itself out. It's gonna be around 8% now. Forget about the old American inflation. Now it's gonna be around 8%. Might be 4, might be 5, might be 7, might be 12. But it's gonna float around 8% every single month.
That's scary, Ibrahim. The facts Ibrahim is saying, let me tell you why that's scary. If we are 2% lower than where Ibrahim is now, you can guarantee where Ibrahim is now is fit to go up, double. You know why we okay with Pakistan?
Our 10% has gone into at least a few 100% over the last 2 months. I'll tell you something interesting that happened. There's this politician, right? He was about to, through a vote of no confidence, get voted out. Okay. So he gets an IMF deal. There was an IMF terms and like you got to price everything, blah, blah, blah. So before he's leaving, he announces a subsidy on petrol. So the petrol for the past 3 months in Pakistan was cheaper than the countries that were producing oil, cheaper than Dubai. So then the new government came in, and it's just
they said economic hitmen after that. There's no way they was gonna let that happen.
So this month they raised the prices on petrol, and now it's all gonna unlock by the 30th of this month. So I have bought my ticket to Dubai.
Yep.
Because I've got my visa, so I'm just noping out of here. But it's projected to be in a few 100% inflation monthly.
No doubt.
And 90%,
no doubt.
And 90% of the country is on a fixed salary. Like the shopkeepers and sellers, they can raise their prices. Entrepreneurs, they can just raise their prices. Even cab drivers can raise their prices. But the people who get a fixed paycheck, screwed.
Yeah.
Jeez. But yeah, Antonio, just want to let you know that now you can expect a 7 to 8% inflation rate on average annually in the USA.
At all times. Yep. You're about right. Go ahead, Phil. That was brilliant.
Well, I beg to differ because I'm been through a number more years. 1978 inflation rate 9%. 1979 inflation rate 13.3%. 1980 12.5%. 1981 8.9%.
That's the Jimmy Carter years right there. Jimmy Carter had like 21%, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. They hated Jimmy Carter. This is what legacy time does a real good thing to a legacy, a real bad thing. We love Jimmy Carter now. He out here building houses for poor people, with his own nail and hammer.
2008. Guess what it was in 2008?
What was
0.1%. 0.1%. 2009, 2.7%. 2010, 1.5%.
I hear you. I hear you, but I'd like you to just research further into how much the politicians have made money. I think this is the first time where the inflation has actually gotten better results for politicians. So if you can I haven't done my complete research on that, but the reason why in Pakistan it stays there is because these policies yield so much power for politicians behind the scenes that they just then do not do anything to bring everything down. So as long as politicians are not, so if politicians are in pain because of what is happening, whether it's because of not getting votes or whatever, then it might get fixed and it might just be like it was in the past where unusual spikes and everything evened out. But if politicians actually gained power, gained more jurisdiction, gained more money by these policies, then these policies will stay in place, and then economics is just maths. As long as the policies stay, as long as the printer is just a button away, a push away, then it's going to go up. Again, nobody can predict future, and I would never ever dismiss someone as senior to me as you, Phil. But I'm just coming from a perspective in Pakistan where politicians benefited from these policies, so it just never goes down. So
you're both saying the same thing for sure. Yeah.
So as long as let's hope that politicians in USA feel the pain of what's happening to the point where they're forced to change the policies to the point where it all goes down. But it requires the reason in Pakistan right now, the government had 2 months worth of export dollars, and they weren't even bringing the prices of oil down. They weren't revoking the subsidy that IMF said that you got to revoke the subsidy before we give you more money. And they had just 2 months of cash left, but they weren't doing it because of how angry the people would be. But you have to go through adversity. If your politicians are willing to get all your anger for putting you through more adversity, everything can be fixed. If they're pretty close to elections and they'd rather you all get another stimulus or something like that, then it will just be another phase of just diet adversity, light adversity, and then another spike, and then light adversity. But eventually, if you're to gain all that baseline back, there has to be a period of adversity. Whether the politicians will allow it to take its natural course or not, that determines how tough things will be or how bad inflation will be.
Yeah, that's fair. Let me let Phil respond to that, and then I'll break down the whole conversation because everybody else.
Candy's right.
We have the complex conversation.
He's right.
Yeah.
I would like to do this study. I can't. I'm sure somebody's done it. We just haven't seen it. Take what a politician was worth. Take what his net worth was when he first became a politician. Then find out what his net worth is once he gets out. Subtract what his salary was those years, and say, how'd you make all that extra money?
Ooh, Phil, you need security like I need security now.
Politicians were allowed to make trades on matters that were disclosed to them before. So everyone who bought pharma stocks before Pfizer and everyone had developed their vaccine, they found out first, and then it was legal for them to actually invest in stocks. And this is something bipartisan. There are actual trackers for Nancy Pelosi, for Lindsey Graham. There used to be for everyone before. I think recently it got outlawed. But yeah, apparently, even now that it's outlawed for politicians, I think, to invest in matters that of companies that they hear on, Nancy Pelosi's husband is a better trader than Warren Buffett. Better results on individual stock picks. It's somehow such a coincidence that Senator Elizabeth Warren has, Nancy Pelosi has all this information about companies and whatever hearings are going on, whatever policy overhauls are going on. And of course, she wouldn't invest herself, but her husband just happens to be a genius at investing. He knows which company to invest in at all times. Just look it up. Nancy Pelosi husband, genius trader.
Antonio, aren't those Security Exchange Commission violations that you're talking about right now?
So, there's a bit of that in there for sure. Absolutely. But, okay, so yes, good. All right, that's a good pickup. I'm glad you said that. Yes, it's a security exchange violation if you do it. Did you hear what I said?
Oh, they're allowed to do it, but I'm not?
That's shit. I don't even know why you even asking that question. I mean, that's just been your whole history on planet Earth. Right?
Well, the only person they've really busted is Martha Stewart.
Right. Right. And that's only because, Phil, she costed them money when she did that.
we
when
need
it cost them money, they left her alone.
We need campaign finance reform, big time. Now, how we're going to get it and what shape it's going to be, and I have no idea, but because I know some congressmen, and they said, Phil, I spend 3/4 of my time trying to get money to stay elected.
Yeah. John Oliver does Grace, do me a favor. Do Google, share your screen real quick, because I'm marking a bunch of stuff on mine. John Oliver does a really, this isn't liberal or conservative. John Oliver is very liberal, but I'm a very big fan of journalism. And I thank God for journalism, because I don't think we would have free speech without it, Phil. It's just me. And that's definitely an opinion, but I think journalists keep free speech alive. And I'm supporting that with the fact that where there is not free speech, they murder government-sanctioned kill journalists. So I'm kind of drawing this from other countries and what they do to journalists. They kill them. So journalists keep free speech alive as far as I'm concerned. Go to YouTube real quick, Grace. I want to address the last thing Phil said. I'm going to Phil and Ibrahim would say the same thing, but I'm going to break down that conversation so everybody can understand it. And I'm going to tell you why it sounded different, but they were saying the same thing and Phil recognized it. They were saying the same thing. Grace, what you're going to put in now, you're going to put in John Oliver. And then you're going to put in politician. And then you're going to put in phone calls. I don't remember the name of the episode, but it was incredible. And nope, not that one. Keep going. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Campaign. Nope, damn it. Not that one. Keep going. All right, let's refine the search real quick, Grace. It's important. John Oliver, campaign finance. There we go. Campaign finance. Let's try that one. Get the name of the episode. God dog it, there it is right there, Grace. Hover over the first one. It's 6 years ago. That's why I can't remember it. That's it. Political fundraiser. Please, for the love of God, please. You know what? I almost want to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm changing esoteric class. We're going to watch this video. And then we're going to talk about this video for esoteric. Because Phil said something so important. That's exactly what we're going to do. Grace, I want you to copy and paste that. I want you to send this out. This is the most, wow. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough how good this is. Please put it down, Grace. He's going to break down for 21 minutes exactly what Phil said. He does it in such an incredible way. And what I'll do is for the first 21 minutes of class, I won't stream live because they're going to hit me with a copyright. And then we'll go live. But we will be on time. So Grace just put it in the chat. Go ahead, Phil, please, because you just said something so incredible.
When I watched the Jon Stewart PBS special of him winning the Mark Twain, I missed what?
I watched it. Look, I'm going to show you because I meant to tell you earlier. So here's my Google Chrome. And I meant to tell you earlier, as soon as you had, look, here is, let me minimize this real quick. Look, you see me watching it, right? Here's Steve Carroll and Johnson. I put it up last night, and I went and watched all of them. I went and watched all the introductions, Steve Colbert, and then all of them. So it was incredible.
Did you watch Dave? I didn't see. I got in late. I didn't watch Dave Chappelle. And this morning I watched Dave Chappelle, and he was amazing.
Yes, absolutely. I went and watched them all. They were incredible. You mentioned it last night, and I pulled them up and watched them all. Incredible. Keep going, though. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to reinforce that your advice once again was incredible. If y'all would just listen to Phil and Susan, it would really make your lives much easier. Okay? Grace, pull up the Congressional so they can learn how to better their lives real quick. I'm going to talk for a little bit, but tell them about the Congressional because they really need to listen to Phil and Susan. Come on, yeah. You can't get this old, seasoned, wise by accident. Do you understand? All right, let me just say one thing about Grace is pulling that up real quick. Phil and Ibrahim were saying the exact same thing. What happened, there is no confusion. They weren't confused. The confusion comes in for y'all. Let me break this conversation down. In simplicity, and I'm going to put this in rudimentary, archaic terms, it's Stone Age terms so everybody can understand it. Ibrahim was right because he's in what we consider a third world country. Phil was right because he's in what we consider a first world country. And they both were saying the same thing because they both going to happen true. America will recover to stay in control of said third world countries. Archaic terms over. Period, point blank. We will recover. We ain't gonna recover to like the most beautiful thing on planet Earth, but we will recover. We will recover to the likings of the politicians who we really need to reform, and we will recover so we can stay in control of Ibrahim. They were saying the same thing on two different sides feel recognized. They were like, yeah, you're right. Because here's the deal. Our job is to be in control of the world. As we set the job forth. If you don't believe it, let me listen. Get ready, Grace. If you don't believe it, let me tell you. America is not the strongest dollar in the world, but it's traded throughout 75% of the world. And 75. Ibrahim is speaking English right now, for God's sake. How? How is Ibrahim speaking English? Because of my argument that I'm making right now, right? Or my breakdown I'm giving right now. There's no reason for Ibrahim to be speaking English. But America is so powerful. Why? War? No. We use the defense spending to protect the central banks. I know they never told you that, but I promise you that's what it is. It's the
But
central
also,
banks.
Antonio, I'm speaking English because I'm born 30 years too early to learn Mandarin.
Very true. Because in by 2050, that's China's plan, they will be the number one economy. We're actually, I give it 2030 to be honest with you, but I'll be out on about that. But here's the deal. Then we're going to have a different problem, and I'm going to break that problem down in the next 5 minutes, and we'll get out of here. Go ahead, Grace.
If you would like to
Please.
inquire
Thank you
about
so
their coaching services, coaching and consulting all wrapped up in one, please give Mr. Phil and Miss Susan a call at 614-736-6990.
Tell them again, Grace.
If you
Before
would
you do,
like,
Jamal, I owe you a phone call. Just want to let you know that. I know that I owe you a phone call.
Sweet.
Okay. If you would like to inquire about their coaching services, coaching and consulting services all wrapped up in one, please give Mr. Phil and Miss Susan a call at 614-736-6990.
Praise God for it. All right. Listen, let me wrap this up. I don't coach, and I don't want to coach. And if you want me to coach you, I need $1 million. Since you're not giving me $1 million, this is as far as my coaching will go. The reason being is because I spend too much time trying to invent stuff, and I'm a certified, bona fide, clarified, that don't really make sense, but I'm saying it anyway, introvert, and y'all just drain me. And I didn't stop working at 10:21 last night. I was dealing with Kiko's Academy, and we were doing a $300,000 blah, 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 blah. You need to seriously go to Phil and Susan. I'm 100% positive ATS will be out of business if Phil and Susan did in a slickly way didn't say, hey, Grace, let me talk to you real quick. Hey, Darren, let me talk to you real quick. ATS will be out of business. You hear me? I said it here first. I'm telling you as leader, I'm fully aware of the Grace. You're doing so good. Give me a call real quick. Yeah, if they didn't do that, we'd be out of business. I'm telling you. I know it. I know it for sure. Please, by all means, go to Phil and Susan. Now, someone said something trapped. So would you say it's good for me to learn Korean? Mandarin first. And then so I'll answer this question in two ways. I'll answer the languages I'm teaching my children, and then I'll answer the languages I suggest you learn, and that one's going to be harder. Language I'm teaching my children: Mandarin, Cantonese, Spanish. That's it. I don't care about nothing else. Not right now. Why? Because anime is in Cantonese or Mandarin. Why? Because China speaks what you call traditional Chinese, which is Mandarin, and it's the number one language spoken in the world according to population. Spanish, because we are in Texas, obviously, and I don't care what Queen Chi says, she has never tasted Mexican food in Chicago. I do not understand her thought process by that. She swears up and down that Chicago has better Mexican food than Texas when she lives near Oklahoma. Of course, you've never tasted Mexican food way up there. Texas is so big, y'all, that if you go to Fort Worth, that is not Mexican food. You need to be my Mexico to get Mexican food. Anyway, I'm sorry. I digress. Those are languages I teach my kids. The languages, oh no, Chicago had awful Mexican food. See, she had it in April. Exactly. I mean, what the hell she's thinking? I mean, she is wrong. She is absolutely wrong. The languages you should learn are whatever languages are controlling or impacting your economics in your area. And that one's a bit harder to answer. So if you're next to a Jewish community, you better start doing Aramaic and Hebrew ASAP. That's up to you. I need to wrap this up. Let me show you how slick side, because I want to make sure everything is fun and entertaining. Where are we? Somebody unmuted, Grace. See who it was. And then I want to show you one more thing. Hold on. I want to show you one more thing. So I have a little account. I have a
Antonio, I unmuted.
Okay.
I unmuted. I just wanted to say that English will remain a global language as long as America keeps its grip on the cultural export that America has. It's more so than economic rationale. Economic rationale wise, Chinese is already replacing English for people who are learning it for professional purposes. But culturally, Korean is a bigger threat than Chinese or Mandarin for English supremacy globally. Because BTS, you've got Squid Game. Korea's cultural export is a big threat. So America, it's bifurcated. On one hand,
that's true.
They have maintained and still to a large degree maintained. It's proven with Top Gun, cultural export that controls the language and the familiarity and the desire to be in the space. And then there's also the economic warfare. So it's bifurcated, and now it's two enemies at once. Yeah, it's on one front it's China, and on one front it's Korea. Let's see how things play out.
Now they're gonna play out.
And
exactly
I, for the life of me,
predicted.
can't understand why my non-Korean speaking kids love K-pop. So you are absolutely right about that, sir.
So
all these kids love K-pop. All of them.
Yeah, all of them. In fact, I stand corrected. So I would tell you, especially you, Yolanda, Korean, because Korean has a stronghold on the Black community. And I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm just saying, if you want to make money, put your business in the Black community and don't be Black.
Ouch.
Yeah, damn.
There you go. We got the most expendable cash on the planet, and we don't like spending with each other. It just is what it is. It just is what it's why group economics
On the end on a
is
high
so
note,
hard.
man. You've been trying to depress people on the way out the food.
I'm sorry. Let's end on the high note. Let's end on the high note. I'm gonna show you this real quick. Here it is, right there.
Antonio.
Yes, sir.
To put something else just on our radar, how many communities on this planet literally have a Chinatown? China is populating the world with their Chinatown communities, and they're wanting to take over Africa.
Right.
We certainly have them in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Right.
And second, go.
And they absolutely own a big chunk of the resources in China. I mean, in Africa is what I was going to say. Keep going.
And number two, pray for Taiwan and South Korea. They're both at risk. China is going to justify going after Taiwan because Russia went after Ukraine.
Wow. That Ukraine situation is teaching me so much. And it has nothing to do with, it has increasingly, I learn every day, this has very little to do with Russia and Ukraine. There are a lot of The American congressional response to the Ukrainian war going on, well, the Russian-Ukrainian war, is teaching me a lot. Every 30 days, we're doing a new executive order or a new congressional order or law, sending more money over. It's incredible. I would have to dissect that another time. I'm ready, but my mind just doesn't feel like it right now. It's a lot. You all are under control. And I want to show you something very quickly. Here's the 3 points. 2020 looks like 1929. It's right here. Get all that stuff. This is what happened. Here's your, in my keynote, I had articles. Because, even though you can see it, I put them for myself because I write my keynotes for my kids just in case they're going to use them one day. And the global economy is already slowing down. Investors have great fear. That happened. You look at the slowdown. 3 things that existed in the 30s, 1930s, that are happening now again. Please listen to this. Very large gap between the rich and the poor. Interest rates close to 0. 0.75 is still close to 0. No matter how many times I raise it up 3/4, it doesn't matter. The rise of power, the challenge to existing world power. Let me say this again. It means China challenging America. In the last 500 years, it's happened 16 times. 12 of those times, there were 3 wars. That's 25%. We had an actual war. But since today's technology has changed, these wars have become digital and technological and economical. There are 4 types of wars happening right now: trade war, technology war, geopolitical war, and a capital war. And I break it all down right here. Wealth gap, political gap, blah, 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 blah. That's that. In fact, that's all I need to say right now. Forget the rest of the keynote. So let's end this here right here. We have recapitulated. It means to retrace, almost step by step, the 1930s. As far as Antonio Theodore Smith is my legal name. I dropped Junior when I got adopted at 15 because they didn't want to send me into high school with a new name. So I had to change my name when my parents gave up their rights. So they changed my name. The lawyer was very smart and said, well, let's just drop the Junior. So legally, my name is Antonio Theodore Smith after 1997. That's my legal name. I go by Antonio T. Smith Jr. today because me and my dad have a rekindled, renewed relationship. And I told him, well, I'm going to be famous one day, and I'm going to make sure they know I'm your son. I did that in like 2008. Boy, was I right. I was totally right. But anyway, nevertheless, Antonio Theodore Smith says it to you this way, or shit. I don't care what nobody's saying. If I'm wrong, I'd rather be wrong and rich than right and poor. 2008 to 2018 or 20 was our roaring 20s. As far as I'm concerned, 2020, 2030 is going to be hell. I think we're about to enter into the Great Depression. I wrote about this already. Grace, Google it while I'm talking. Antonio T. Smith Jr., Great Depression happening again. Antonio T. Smith Jr., don't share your screen until you find it. Antonio T. Smith Jr., Great Depression happening again. I wrote about it a long time ago. I believe we will not see any normalcy or what we have a new FDR, Biden. I don't care what nobody say. History is repeating itself. Biden is doing some serious FDR type policies. It took us from 1930 to 1945 to get out the Great Depression, respectively. I want y'all to adjust into 2035. I could be wrong. And
the only reason we did is because there was World War II.
And
I couldn't even say it back.
There it is. Exactly. Yeah. And there it is.
there it is. I'm telling you that we have, oh no, I know what it's called, Grace. The middle class is in the Great Depression. Antonio T. Smith. That's what it's called. It's called something like the middle class is in World War III. World War III is happening to the middle class. Google that.
You got it on. You got it
World
on Mexit. You got it on Mexit. I find. Hold on. I got it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because I'll be out here tripping. I wrote it for Fox News and stuff, but then I want to put it on Mexit. If you can share that real quick. I know for sure I'm the only loud person telling you, oh, we finna die, y'all. All of us dead. I'm not telling you I'm doom and gloom. I'm just telling you Antonio is preparing into 2035. So all my crypto, all my this, that, I'm not selling jack into 2035. Scroll down, just real quick, Grace. Just real quick. And it's the same dang on thing that I'm talking about today. You can stop now, Grace. Share that link to him in chat. Listen to me, everybody. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. If I'm wrong, it's better to be erred on the wrong side and get wealthy than not. As far as I'm concerned, Otis, 2035, it ain't gonna get better. So stop all that. Let me listen to the news. Let me believe in the Lord. You can believe in the Lord all you want to. Somebody is controlling this universe, and they got us here. So let the Lord get you to being in control of your own life. I'm telling you, prepare for 15 years of the most drastic things you've ever seen. Here's what's going to happen in 15 years as I see it. Data science will cease to be the number one thing. Artificial intelligence will be the number one thing. The problem is y'all don't do artificial intelligence, and the world won't do artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence will make you more of a consumer because it will make your life easier, and fewer people will be billionaires and millionaires than ever before, and we will control what 99% of the people do. Am I wrong? Probably, Otis. But my financial plan says don't spend a dime until 2035. So even if I'm wrong, if I live that long, I'm going to end up being right. I have no intentions on being a consumer in any way. I'm not buying a popsicle until 2035. Everything I'm holding, Shiba went up 30% yesterday. Everything I'm holding, I ain't thinking about selling to 2035. And tell you, what's your financial plan? Wait. And let these folks take my money with them. And if you ain't got a better plan, time for you to wait and let their money take yours with you. Because one thing I know, last statement, I don't care how racist this world is or prejudiced this world is, two different things. Money goes up, and they taking my money with them, whether they like me or not. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can't plan better. You can't dominate. Thank you, everybody. We will talk about the congressional payments today for the esoteric class. Y'all have a good one. Go ahead and pee. And, make sure you wipe yourself well. Oh, look, Frida got the book. Frida got the book. I'll meet you back, Frida, so they can see it.
Yes, I ordered my book. Yes. Just started reading
look at
last
that.
night.
God bless you. It is a doozy. It's a doozy. Y'all have
Hey,
fun, everybody.
Ron, the author, the last 3 days, he's 80 years old. He's had a temperature of 101. So we might want to put him in our prayers.
Gotcha.
Will do, Phil. Thank you.
Sure will. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good one. I thank you so much for your time. Y'all have a good one. All right, everybody. Love you.
Love you more.
Love you more.